Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 70. We finally reached it. It has been 800 years.
What?
No,
That's not nice.
It's not nice anymore.
It's not nice anymore. Welcome to the end game. The gloves are off.
Oh, post 69.
Post 69 Destination Divergence. That is true. That is the world we live in.
The climax.
Correct. Welcome to Tier 4, everybody. You're all level 17. Things are going to get spicier. You're dealing with the consequences of the world right now. Let's recount a bit of each team's journey since you split. The group we named the Winds of Change were sent pretty much immediately to Zendrick. You guys made some pit stops along the way, picked up a few things you thought you'd need and so on, but basically you went straight there. You encountered a port town full of pirates and anyone else crazy enough to actually settle on a land that is cursed to be unnavigable. There was some political trickery afoot. Somebody wanted to set off quite a lot of explosions around the town, it seemed like, to kill most of the upper-ranking officials of the city so that they may take that spot, as basically taking out everyone else in line to leading the city so that they were the number one next best person to rule. Of course, the party wasn't into that. And you noticed something strange about the area. There were things going wrong randomly. Just chaos unfolding around you, things shattering and breaking and falling, and accidents all over the place. It turns out that it was a manifest zone of chaos being controlled by the nearby Hanbalani Alta, a massive monolith of Kori power connected to Dalcor, the Realm of Dreams. You guys infiltrated that, but not before catastrophic destruction happened to the city. Inside, Nakarth's former lover, Zeshtai, was there, possessed by a Kori. One of the inspired, one of the terrifying, powerful leaders of the forces Nakarth has been running from for a long time. There was a bit of a standoff as Karak tried to disable the monolith, and finally you defeated this inspired Kori, banishing them from their host, but at the cost of the host's life. You sent the monolith itself to Dalcor, never to interfere with this realm again. This Kori was holding on to a fragment of the ancient giant magic that shattered the realm previously and banished Dalcor out of its orbital plane around the material plane, so that it can no longer be traveled to by normal means. This is what the Traveler sent you to find. There were apparently 3 of such fragments of the ancient giant magic that needed to be collected. And each fragment seemed to be tied to several of the different planes that exist outside of Eberron. So the party went on quite an adventure through the jungles of Zendrick, fighting with snakes and eventually more Kori to get all 3 fragments. The final fragment was in another Kori city, not settled by normal mortals, but pretty much only inspired. Terrifying, sharp crystal towers of blue and steel. And another one of these monoliths. As the party confronted this Kori yet again, the same one they banished previously, it had an escape plan. It was going to flee to the Realm of Madness. Unfortunately, the portal it opened reached through and pulled it in instead. This did not seem to be its plan. Seeing no better option, the party jumped into the Realm of Madness, risking themselves going mad, but hoping something would turn out alright. They met Dak, an ancient paladin of the Watcher Oath, who had been in that realm fighting with all of the aberrations of that realm for longer than he can remember. Most of his memories are gone. But thankfully he was able to protect you from the warping influence of that realm long enough for you to infiltrate the Citadel of Lidless Eyes, a terrifying castle of flesh, bone, and, as the name suggests, eyes. in which that final fragment had been taken. It was rough going, but you got there. There were a few pretty bad options for escaping the realm. Nothing was really great, but Karek decided he would try something crazy. He would try to work out the magic of these tablets, these ancient fragments of giant magic, to use them to evoke planar travel. These are all planar magics. It should work. It would just be tricky, especially with the realm around you itself trying to make you go mad. But with a natural 20 on a DC 30 Arcana check, Carrick succeeded in opening a portal back to the mortal realm, one that had none of the drawbacks of the other methods of escape. And so, that party had some time on their hands. They went back to Carrick's homeland and spent some time removing curses and such that they had accumulated along their adventure. And that is basically where we've left them. A little bit of side adventure on top of that. Might, Metal, and Magic, the other group that was split previously, was tasked with tracking down whatever was causing these repeated incidents around the place. There were more manifest zones appearing constantly, more mourning sites taking over different pieces of the realm. The Traveler thought they might be tied together somehow. So he sent you back to the city you had most recently visited, Aliost, which was filled with riots and anger and tension. Nothing seemed to be going right there, and you took advantage of this chaos last time you were there to plan your escape route and get a ship ready to head up to Stormhome. It turns out, under the Tower of Judgment you had all previously destroyed, was some more Silver Flame magic binding an ancient Kyber dragon shard. You would soon learn that this dragon shard held a piece of the soul of Raktul Kesh, the overlord known as the Rage of War, the ancient devil god of anger and violence and bloodshed.
All the Pog things.
A very
Oh,
kind
yeah.
guy.
Absolutely. His influence over the nearby city was what was causing the tension and the riots to spiral out of control faster than before. This one in particular seemed extremely hot. It burned the streets. Everything was on fire, and everything was going wrong. But you managed to get that crystal and get out. On your way to getting it, though, you witnessed a Rakshasa and Nala trying to get to the crystal first. This Rakshasa was named Mordekash, and you managed to fight them off, and the Rakshasa took Nala away before you could kill him.
Real shame.
So,
Rockets blasting off again.
indeed. You managed to get this dragon shard. Traveler directed you to another one. Across the river in, oh boy.
Reckonmark.
Thank you, Reckonmark. Which is in Karnath, a land where the undead are used as servants and soldiers, where bodies are seen as just more tools for the population to use and no reverence is given to them. A land of some of the best martial warriors that the world has ever seen. And Reckonmark itself holds the Academy of Reckonmark, the most prestigious military academy in the world. What better a place to look for another fragment of the soul of the one named the Rage of War? And so you began your search. It took some time, and eventually you decided it was likely under the academy itself, but the academy was not open for guests. So this team applied. They went through the application process. They went through several different trials that were meant to weed out the weaker entrants and allow only the strongest and most capable, the smartest, the most tactical. And fortunately, most of the group made it in.
I don't know what you're talking about. Eli graduated top of his class.
Oh.
Still hurts, guys.
It was
Oh.
soon you would find Marinus Asher, the one who led your entrance exams and who was the headmaster of this academy. He led you into a meeting, wondering why such a group of mercenaries that were so powerful would stumble across this academy and enter out of nowhere. It's not like you had made a name for yourselves in the city. You weren't nobles that are more likely to visit this college and so on. But he was curious. Led you into a dark, secret room. Seemed strange for a meeting place, but you all agreed. You gathered. And then in walked the King of Karnath.
Uh-huh.
Reckon March.
Bitch, he's the king?
The King of
Motherfucking
Karnath
king.
came to Reckonmark, yes.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I knew that. Because Reckonmark's a city.
Yes, Reckonmark's the city of Karnath, correct. This was a bit surprising, of course, but the king demanded you hand over the crystals you had uncovered so far. Eli, reluctantly, agreed.
Really quickly.
Why was asking you
Okay,
guys for advice
okay.
and none of y'all said shit?
You gave over the crystals to the king, right as the king and Marinus Asher revealed themselves to be Rakshasa in disguise. Mordekash, who you had seen previously, and now the king, was actually Darastaran. These two very important Rakshasa were leaders among the Lords of Dust, which had been mentioned earlier in the campaign during a lord up from Sao. They seek to awaken the ancient overlords and let them take over the land once again. These crystals are key to their plan. As the party fought, trying to kill these two Rakshasa that were extremely powerful, and had sealed off the room with magic, creating a wall of force that was impenetrable, Catalina arrived at the scene. Drained of all color, her face was pale and black blood seeped from her eyes. She seemed not entirely human anymore. But she joined you in your fight, despite the party wanting to kill her immediately. It was pretty quickly clear that she was at least trying to assist you, or at least the enemy of your enemy, for now. Thanks to her help, you vanquished both Rakshasa in that place, and their bodies disappeared, taking all of their possessions with them, including the two crystals that had been handed over. So Catalina led Might, Metal, and Magic on a journey to find their bodies and kill them in hell, where their bodies would be currently regenerating and reforming. The party, again, reluctantly, agreed. Not because they wanted to deal with Catalina, but because she was their only hope for now. On the way, you met Berkana, a wizard, a blade singer, in a nearby settlement on your way down into the demon wastes. Berkana agreed to join you on your journey, and it seemed like Catalina knew of Berkana's existence at least, as the demon wastes share a similar, but not quite the same, religion as the Silver Flame, sort of an offshoot of it. As you all descended into hell, there were quite a bit of shenanigans that we'll gloss over a little bit, but it involved making a lot of deals. It turns out devils like those. And so now all of the party has their souls sold to a hag, Mad Maggie, who lives right at the edge of hell, right at the tunnel that the party emerged from. Gave the party some vehicles and said that if they'd return them, then all would be well. But the party left the vehicles behind and left hell, so currently their souls are forfeit. Milos also, yes, Milos also during the journey was down in combat on death saves, and his mind was taken away to another place, where Bel, an archfiend presiding over the Forge, offered him a deal. He would pick Milos back up, give him a full rest, a full refresh, get him back into the fight, and give him a blessing after the combat. And all he had to do was kill Catalina during this combat. Milos, again, reluctantly, I think it took several attempts of Malus getting up and getting knocked down again, finally agreed to the deal. In exchange for, again, a powerful blessing. Catalina died, and Bracana took on Catalina's divine purpose, a blessing of the Silver Flame that prevented Catalina from being truly killed by normal means until her job was done, at which point, once her job was done, she would cease to exist. Her job was to kill the two Rakshasa. That's one of the reasons the party even agreed to help her in the first place. They were technically getting her closer to death. This blessing now passed on to Bracana, the party's new friend, because Bracana had agreed, up above the surface, that she would take Catalina's blessing if it needed to be taken. And that was triggered. So Bracana's life would now be forfeit if the two Rakshasa died. But the party pressed on regardless. Milo sold their soul again to a Rakshasa named Mahadi, a very powerful sorcerer, wizard, some sort of very powerful mage that runs a traveling caravan of sorts through hell and plenty of other dimensions, it seems. Seems they travel even to other realms entirely, not just the plains of Eberron, but even places like Ravenloft or the Forgotten Realms. That's also where Leroy got his new armor, I should mention as well. The Hellfire Steel armor. The party chased down the Rakshasa and killed them one by one. But when they finally killed Durastaran, the avatar of Bel-Shalor, the Shadow and the Flame, it turns out Bel-Shalor and Durastaran in proxy were hoping for this the whole time, as Durastaran was performing a summoning ritual for Raktul Kesh, the Rage of War, which required an epic combat between the forces of good and evil, a clash which the party had just given to Durastaran. With his dying breath, he completed the ritual. The party managed to actually dispel some of the magic before it went all the way through. There was a lot of dispel magic rolls that happened between several of the spellcasters in the party. And you actually reduced the spell by about half. But still, it completed. Raktul Kesh not only emerged, but tore apart the scenery, destroying the citadel that you had fought Durastaran in. And so the party escaped by plane shifting out to the realm of ice. And now, after all that time, they've plane shifted back. But let's jump back to the Winds of Change real quick. You guys were in the Jungle of Scimitars, a massive jungle entirely engulfed in a manifest zone of the Plane of Battle.
I was a bee.
Clemens was a bee. That's true. You've recently dealt with some goblins and headed back up to your airship. Would you guys head straight back to the city? Do you think? Back to Palace Bruto?
We probably would have, right?
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
I also forget what did he give us in return at the end? That
A dagger.
Oh, the dagger.
I
Yes.
don't think we got the stats for that.
Yes, that dagger has yet to be identified.
Gotcha. Yeah, so Carrick would definitely identify that on the way back.
Alright. Nakarth guessed it correctly. It was actually a dagger of venom.
Oh shit.
So you may add that to your inventory. It actually appears to be elven in make, not goblinoid in make. It appears that this was maybe perhaps the reason that this hobgoblin allowed you to take it in the first place, was that it was not an ancient treasure from their ancestors, but something they had pillaged at one point in time.
Is it this world where elves are cannibals, or is it halflings?
Excuse
me?
What?
Neither.
Okay, where halflings are
Eli
cannibals
looks on
somewhere.
in
I can't remember
confusion.
where. Maybe it's
Elves are cannibals in Divinity.
Yeah.
okay. Where they're cannibal halflings somewhere. I just can't remember where.
I don't
That's
know
not
Dark
about
Sun?
that.
They might.
That
They,
sounds like
Dark
Dark Sun.
Don't eat me, Eli.
It would be really funny if halflings were cannibals here and also ran the world's biggest like fast food chain.
No.
You're like
Every
the
golden dragon ate
Trapper!
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, somebody can add the dagger of venom to their inventory if they want it. Stabby, stabby.
Stab.
Not for me.
Yeah, Kara can't do much with that. I mean, yeah, no, I can't really do much with that.
All right.
Oh wait, is it not an attunement weapon?
It is not, and you can make it a monk weapon.
That's
oh
true.
shit!
Actually, yeah, that's true.
I guess I'll steal it for now.
You can't use your wisdom to attack with it though.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
you can make it a monk weapon. That is the thing. Maybe one of the other party members can use it eventually. Who knows?
Wait, are daggers not monk weapons?
No, they haven't.
You can make any. You can make any weapon a monk weapon now after Tasha's if you
Oh, yeah.
meditate over it. But either way, you only get wisdom attacks with your arcane fist.
Astral arms, yeah.
Astral arms, arcane fist, same difference.
Yeah.
Magic hands.
Push it harder now.
And magic cards.
Magic hair?
Those
What?
also, yes. He's an awfully dandy monk.
All right, so you guys make your way back to town then, we'll say. I think it makes more sense to do this now, before the rest of the party joins you. So you make your way back to town, and something I do want to cover before the other party gets to you is, Balasar said he was making something for you, Karik, and he'd be done in a couple days.
Oh, that's right.
So if you want to return there real quick before the other party gets to you, that would be something to handle.
Yeah, I figured we'd go back to the house first once we got back to the city.
Okay.
You guys have a house?
Yeah, my mom lives here.
You live in the Carrick's mom's house.
Oh, okay.
And we've got a boat.
What the fuck?
It's a sky boat.
Yeah, they took the skyboat from before. That's
Oh,
why they went to
skyboat.
Zendrick and not you guys.
But alright. I'm over here thinking they're living a better life. I mean, they are living a better life than us.
They definitely are.
I don't know.
Yeah,
they
they
are
really
really-
are.
I mean, we have our souls, so.
Hey, we
Hey,
still
we
have,
still
our,
have our
souls
souls.
currently.
No, we don't.
No,
Okay,
we have them.
well, most of us
Just don't
do.
have claim to them.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, technically, I'd say your souls are where they're supposed to be right now. But yeah, as soon as you die, they're not going to be there for you to be brought back. Is basically how it works. So you're good until you die, at least.
You're raining on my
Which is
parade,
never gonna
Mr.
happen.
DM.
But either way, you don't really like. You have your souls, but you don't own them. You know. You've got like a payment
a
plan.
mortgage.
Maybe you've got mortgage on the souls. Yeah, exactly.
Reverse soul mortgage.
It's like our degrees or houses.
So say you perhaps give a bit of a tale over your recent journey into the jungle of scimitars. Balasar was there, and oh, it does sound like quite a good adventure.
Yeah, I think a lot of the shopkeepers will be happy to know that that little goblin has died.
I'm sure they will. He was quite a nuisance around the market. Yeah,
What's Paulson?
once you get used to him, he was somewhat entertaining. So I'll miss that about him, but hard to get used to him, really. That's for sure.
There was truly nothing we could do, and we all feel very bad about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure. These things happen. I mean, you said he walked under the rubble and the rubble fell on him? There's not
Yeah,
much you can
he
really.
threw the door open and it just collapsed on him
That's-
because he was careless.
Sounds like his own fault then. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. But accidents happen when you're digging through ruins. I'm sure he was prepared for it.
My tears were 100% from sadness and not trying not to laugh. I swear to you.
I believe you. Yes, yes. Anyways, I finished this little trinket here for you, Carrick. I've been having dreams lately. Dreams about magic. Dreams about violence. And I think the Traveler's been trying to tell me something. So I got to work. And here, he holds out a small brassy brooch. Put this on and give it a minute, really get used to it, get attuned to it. That should protect you from, well, some of the most pure magic. Not all magic. I hope it comes in handy.
Well, it sure sounds like it will. Thank you, Balazar.
Of course. Just want to make sure you all stay safe, you and your friends. I think you guys have an important destiny. I think that's what the Traveler's been trying to tell me, and this is the small thing I can do to help.
Well, I can't say I appreciate it enough.
Of course. All right. So, would you guys return to the ship at any point? Would you spend like another day in town or something and maybe go up to the ship eventually? What do you think? You know what? I think the Traveler said he would send you a sign. So perhaps you all.
Okay, so we may just be milling around.
So perhaps you all dream of the skyship, the airship, tonight when you take your rest after visiting the jungle. And that's, of course, when you level up as well, and all of that happens.
Yes. I'm also going to summon my familiar that I keep forgetting to do when we have a bit of downtime, and it's going to be a bee, if that's fine.
Perfect. I love it.
Beautiful.
Normal size or
That's pretty sweet.
It's pretty fat, but that's...
Oh, it's a bumblebee!
Yes.
I love it.
Does
Hold
it
on, let me
fight
get it.
by headbutting you?
It just kind of buzzes angrily.
Also, yes, Carrick, you were given a brooch of shielding by Balasar. To do with...
Ooh. Very nice.
All right, so let's snap back to the other party then, because there's a couple things that I missed in the last...
Oh, the ghost. I'm sorry.
glad we were in the same direction.
Because there's a couple things I missed at the end of last session. I forgot to cover. Before
damn,
you guys
okay.
plane shifted out. So this is before y'all plane shifted out. Trust. As you
Frost,
rest...
you are muted. Hey.
Hi. Trust. As you rest inside the orrery orb that you guys had brought with you, away from the ice giant that the rest of your friends are staying with, you dream again of just ice. Strange. I mean, obviously it's been cold the past couple days. It's kind of understandable, but just endless fields of ice and trekking through this ice. And eventually, just before you wake up, you're standing at the foot of an incredibly tall ice giant. I mean, ice giants are tall. They're like 30 to 40 feet tall sometimes, right? This thing is colossal. Like a single leg could be a skyscraper of Sharn. Huge. You can barely even see through the snow and the fog of this realm anything above its ankle. And as you witness that raw strength in the deep cold, you awake, and your hammer has awoken. It has increased in level.
Whoa.
Fudge.
Ooh.
And Milos, as you had this rest, it's one of the first good rests you've gotten in several days, and you remember that potion that you sold your soul for a few days ago. Perhaps this is finally the night?
Yep. I'll drink the potion.
All right. So please describe to us how Milos awakes.
Well, Milos will wake up, hopefully. And not much will change about his physical appearance. But his ears will get a little spikier, and his skin tone will have shifted more purpley blue.
All
Ooh.
right, I like it. So yes, Milos has now become part tiefling as part of the Devil's Bargain. And that includes their racial traits, as we discussed previously. So, sweet.
Oh, hey.
That is the party that now plane shifts onto the deck of the airship just as the rest of you arrive. And I actually spent some time recreating the airship map. This is now one solid map that is multi-layered instead of being a bunch of vertically stacked things. So yeah, feel free to walk around, but this is the scene that you see everybody in.
Holy shit!
What?
Holy shit! As he sees Eli.
What?
What the fuck happened to you?
Oh my god! Hey guys!
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, you
This must
survived,
look like Nucia.
hell, I see.
Are you near Nucia?
This is not. I don't know if this is the place we warped to. We're not in Kansas anymore, Juno. Wait, we're not in hell anymore. Woo! He jumps
We
around
left
for
hell a
joy.
day ago.
Leroy,
Did you mean to land us on the airship?
Not as such. I didn't say not on an airship. Although I did have this moment where a sort of recognizable and yet mysterious, non-recognizable figure did tap me on the shoulder and do a little bit of messing with my spell as I was casting it. I just had this sense that I should trust it, though. It sort of seemed like the Traveler.
Well,
Fair
convenient that you did.
For the last time I
Anyway.
trusted something, we had to go to hell for it.
And actually thinking about it, it was in the targeting ritual, wasn't it? So that would make sense.
Well, welcome
Hello?
back.
Anyway, yeah, we're here now.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Yeah, how
Minus
are you?
cloak of protection. Who's taking off their cloaks?
Eli, you're looking very, very scary to them right now.
I'm just staring at Eli. I'm kind of like, what
I
the
don't know
fuck?
what you mean.
The eyes, Eli.
Speaking of very scary,
Oh.
one other thing that might have been forgotten there. I did mention Leroy's new armor, but to describe it to you all, it is a deep black steel with like flecks of orange throughout, and it's kind of like a marbled texture across its surface. So he's just very imposing.
So really, Drost is the only one that looks the same, and even he looks taller.
Oh, right, yeah, I also look scary.
I think I grew it all since they've seen me.
No, I
Didn't
think
you
you're the
get
most
taller
normal person
in
here.
Explosion City Thrain, Thaliost?
Who the fuck is that?
Somebody tumbles out of one of the doors, brandishing a massive greatsword. Ah,
Oh, no,
Well,
it's
intruders.
okay, Anka.
Who
Don't
are
worry.
you?
poor.
Hold up. Hey now. Hey. Everyone, this is Anka. Play nice, please. She's one of our crew now. Also, and it's glance back here, someone very important to me. So please be nice. That's
She
all.
loses some of her tension when you say that. Looks around at the rest of you now, less with less looking you over, waiting for you to make a move, and more like examining now. Faye's friends.
I'm gonna turn back for a second and be like, full disclosure, the spooky armor and the eye stalks are new. I'm also adjusting to this.
Okay.
But I trust them with my life.
He puts the sword away. Well, welcome to the Winds of Change. Hello, nice to meet you all.
A little misnomer there, but I appreciate the greeting.
I'd introduce you to Darkana, but she fucked off in the plane of ice, so...
Yeah, she kind of abandoned us in the worst possible time. We'll kill her later. Anyways, how are y'all doing?
Sure, completely abandon you. No way to get back.
Yeah.
Completely abandoned us. It's our word against yours.
You've got the right bit, Nakara.
I was there. She literally cast banishment on herself to get out of the dark situation. But she did help us on our way back. With this, I hold up the fork that I was holding as I was casting the spell.
All right, but unless she got those devil riders back, like, for us, then, you know, I got a bone to pick with her.
So, what did you guys get?
I see none of you guys have changed drastically in the looks department.
And I got a
I got a
bumblebee.
haircut. Oh.
You did. Oh my.
Oh my god.
What?
Discord. Well,
Oh
that's
my Jesus.
almost as scary looking as Eli.
It's very friendly.
I don't love that.
Well, so is Eli and me.
Okay, listen, I don't want this either. If any of y'all can fix it, I am down to clown.
Carrick?
You are awfully close to me. What you doing?
Oh, am I on top of you? I don't
No,
think
you
you
just
on
like
the map.
came up here out of nowhere.
Oh, Eli's under Juno for everyone else. Well,
Oh,
so
gotcha.
sorry.
Yeah,
Here.
Carrick came over and started petting Juno, but Carrick will also go to you and cast Remove Curse and see if that does anything.
oh boy. Okay, let me double check the thing.
I don't know if it does anything.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the triggers, but let me double check.
Uh-oh.
Triggers?
Removes
As
curse.
this is happening, I'm going to say, full disclosure, Eli won't admit to this, but he's been doing some evil stuff recently. And
Eli.
sort of mental illness.
What do you mean? I haven't done anything.
It
Yes.
does get better.
What have I done?
Remove curse works. It removes the curse.
Okay.
Oh,
My
that's
eyes
much
go back
better.
to normal.
Is there a
Oh,
sound of like slurping spaghetti?
The eyes go back into the brain. Just retracts.
Yeah,
Uh,
you'd think I'd be used to it after the plane of eyes.
Incredibly disturbing to watch.
But my eyes are a bit dry. Does anybody have any like eye lubricant?
No.
We have
Oh,
some
absolutely. Here
You
you
mean
go.
water?
Yeah, water.
I'm sure we have some water on board.
I go to the
Somewhere.
water supply and cast poison. No, I'm kidding.
I've just got goblin tears on hand. I don't know if that's normal, but
Goblin
Just-
tears? Why did you collect goblin tears?
Don't worry about it.
really had an experience that last run.
What did you do to make the goblin cry? Not that I care or anything.
I kind of catfished a goblin, I guess, maybe a little bit, but
Yeah, that's right.
Josie, tell me all about it.
You supernaturally
talk later.
catfished
It was
it.
fun.
Let me tell you about
many kinds
some
of
of the
abuse
friends we
already.
made in Hell. Like, we made a friend with a guy named Smiler the Defiler. He was a nice guy. Stole our ride, though.
See, not a,
Oh.
behind bars sort of guy.
Oh, no, he's still out there somewhere with our motorcycle.
We may have killed Nala.
May
You
or
were there
definitely
when he
did.
got killed. Which
I
one?
may have killed Nala.
Was it you?
I think whoever dropped him out of the sky did it.
Bracana.
That was Burkana.
I have removed Eli's eye stalks.
I'm back to normal, guys.
Also, wait. Trust, look at this. And I'm gonna jump, kind of like leap towards them, summon my wings, and then just kind of grab my arms, swing like around his neck, and just kind of perch on his shoulder and make, I got wings.
What the shit fuck?
Hey, nobody mounts his shoulders but me.
I feel like in this
missed my
case it's
buddy.
warranted.
You look
No,
like
he's
a
my
gargoyle
buddy.
up there.
Did you say I look like a gargoyle?
Yeah, you look like a little gargoyle sitting on my shoulder.
He does look like a little gargoyle, doesn't she?
That's
Yeah.
kind of cute. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Cute one.
He's a cute gargoyle, don't worry.
No, I'm gonna hop back down. So, yeah, I mean that's basically my life. I spooned the traveler and got wings.
Wait,
So
you
what have y'all
spooned
been-
the traveler?
Yeah, we was
Big.
drinking.
Did you fuck the traveler?
No,
I'll
that's
never
walking.
tell.
The changeling never tells.
It's on my bucket list. Don't worry about it.
I guess Faye doesn't.
You
doesn't tell.
you see Eli just go bug-eyed. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I got into a habit of doing that whenever I moved my eye sockets." And then I raise an eyebrow.
It was good.
Anyways, nice to catch up with y'all. You didn't happen to see like a thing that looked like the end of the world pop up anywhere, have you?
Excuse
Not
me?
yet.
I have to be a little more specific.
Maybe a world-ending
do know the
demon
kind of
type
things we
thing that
just
looks
get
like
in-
a bunch of blades coming out of its face and body and hands and eyes and whatnot.
Yeah, to be fair, you would definitely know in this case.
You would definitely you wouldn't
Well,
go,
then-
"Oh, I need more specifics." You'd be like, "Ah, yes, that fucker."
Yeah, it's gonna be a no. It's gonna be.
What did,
Oh, all
That's a
right.
no from me, dog.
what did
All
you
right.
guys do?
Oh, well, I guess you asked what we did earlier, and I'll point to Carrick. Be like, we found all the pieces of the giant weapon. So
Oh, yeah?
Carrick asked.
Cool, does it work?
I held the Queen of Madness for like 5 seconds, and then she broke out. So when it comes to end of the world stuff, like at this point we have to ask which world, because we've seen a lot of worlds.
Well,
This
specific
one is yes, but like
I'm pretty sure the goal to this particular character is all of them.
It's more like the end of society. I think the devils just want to take over.
I don't know, that one in particular looked like it wanted to stab everybody, so
I think he just wants war.
I mean, I empathize.
Eternal.
I mean, you got to stop at some point. That's just.
I guess we should go stop him.
Well, yeah, I think he'll come to us.
Yeah, he was really
Just like
coming in hot.
pop up somewhere.
We should go to the demon ways, because I think he's going up.
That would track,
Like
yeah.
a matter of hours? Or is this there's some days of travel here?
I don't know, we got out of there pretty quick.
How fast does this go again?
also time is
Not
pretty
teleporting
fucky
speed.
wucky. In hell, so
We were in Lysia for a day and a half.
but that could have been a week in hell.
We had some time shit too, to be fair, so we're probably all out of sync.
Carrick,
I got a little bit of jet lag.
you've gotten pretty used to navigating this thing and how long it'll take you to get different places. And though I don't think Carrick's ever been to the Demon Waste, but you know where it is on the map, I would assume, right? I mean, maybe you have been to the Demon Waste, so you could tell us that too. But
No.
Probably not, but you would know where it is, I think.
yeah, it's a pretty large part of the map. It's pretty easy to know where it is. So, yeah, you figure you could probably get to the Demon Waste from here in about a week with your current vessel.
Well, to get from here to there, it would take us about a week.
Well, that thing's gonna raise over half the fucking planet in a week.
Well, we don't know how long it'll take for him to get out. Or her.
But we
Society had
also
a good
don't know
run,
how long
guys.
it's been.
Can we use the tablets to shift over there somehow?
We could use them to bring it here, possibly, or somewhere else.
If we teleported it to the bottom of the ocean, wouldn't that be funny? Do you think
He may
it'd-
rust.
To be fair, it's currently sort of headbutting its way out of actual hell, so I feel like the ocean
Oh,
wouldn't
dear.
be too
Oh, never
hard.
mind.
But you can't headbutt water, so how would that help it?
I lied. I
Have you
can't.
never tried to headbutt water?
I mean, I've tried. It didn't work because it's water.
Oh, you should have been going faster.
Why did you headbutt water?
It was an accident, so I guess I wasn't really trying.
Yep, just
That's the
apple bottom.
problem.
Eric, did you say that? Is there any chance that we could try to do a little whole ship warpy sort of deal, or?
So, I thought I could bring him here, but I can't. But I can bring us to him.
That is the money.
It won't be easy, and I might have to try again tomorrow.
I will say, there might be some subtlety involved in dealing with this guy,
Mm. Oh,
which is really not what I love to say. He showed up after we killed a very evil being who seemed pretty okay with us killing him because he wanted the other guy to show up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sort of seemed like we participated in a ritual.
It was a overlord of war, correct?
Right. So we might have to not default to violence this time.
excuse me, miss. Between the legs.
What, this gonna turn into some fucking Darth Scion kind of shit where you gotta break his will first? Oh god.
We just had to blue ball this guy out of war.
Are we just gonna have to like talk no jutsu this whole thing?
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that we should not be preparing for battle against what you have described by as a kind of giant made of swords?
Yeah.
Guys, this conversation's getting boring. I just want to go stab something now. Come on, let's go fight the thing. We'll go find it, we'll fight it, we'll have a good time.
Oh, Eli, remember there's the stabbing dummies in the basement? The lower hold? You could go stab one of those.
All right.
I'll turn to Leroy.
Chun, 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 chun.
We have stabbing dummies on board?
I don't think so.
Fucking flying with me. You know what? I'm gonna stab this post. Stab, 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 stab.
You start to make marks on the post.
Garrick is just like,
Yeah, we've gone downhill.
We fell off.
Speaking of all of this, by the way, you'll notice that your elevation is what changes you between floors on this map now. So if you just, I think we've used elevation in both parties
nice.
at this point, but yeah, the little number to the top left of your token when you right-click your token. Also, the staircases should automatically shift you as well.
Oh, that's
Oh.
cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I cast Thunder Wave on the post.
Oh, I fell out of the boat.
Yeah, if you go beneath the bottom, you'll be under the boat so that you can see empty space down. You cast Thunder Wave on the boat.
wait,
on the post.
God.
It's a giant AoE around you. I did warn you that
evil,
Eli's
fuck
been
off.
evil.
Eli, what the fuck?
Yeah, that post down there.
Here.
It's in a pretty fortified place of the boat, so it doesn't just completely explode, but it does like crack and bend inwards a little bit away from Eli. As you all hear this loud rumble of thunder from beneath the ship.
Oh
And
no.
then you hear a yeah. Oh, that was amazing! Let's do it again.
Oh my god, Carrick starts running down the stairs towards Eli.
Juno's just in a corner, just staring at Eli, like, what happened to my owner?
Yeah, Faye.
Eli, what the fuck?
Look,
I'm having a
Leroy's
hard
the
time
one who
finding
wanted
it.
to do
Sorry,
and said,
Carrick,
Yeah?
you are currently on the deck above where the party is because you're plus 10 feet. But if you go to the staircase right to your southeast, it should take you down to their or that goes up higher.
Oh, sorry, I don't see one.
So right here it would take you there, and then here would take you even lower, and then there's more stairs in here.
Okay.
Eli, go
Y'all-
to your room.
what do you mean
Yeah.
go to my room? I ain't going
Go
to
to
my
your
room.
room.
No.
Eli, stop damaging the ship, please.
Well, I'm bored. I don't like. What do you?
You
I'm
are
not even
bored. We're
hurting
on
it
a
that
ship.
much.
You are aboard.
You guys are making a big deal out of nothing.
No, we need this ship to be intact.
Fair warning, chaotic evil also translates to lawful stupid.
It is intact, you see? And he carves intact on the fucking post. See?
God.
Intact.
That's it. I just grab Eli by the collar and lift her or him.
Fuck you, squat nimbleness. I'm getting away from you, motherfucker.
Oh, we've been here before.
Yeah, I guess
Fuck off.
acrobatics
Right.
versus athletics then.
I'll help.
Okay, then you may make it an advantage, Carrick.
We are both just holding Eli and walking up the stairs now.
We each have
Let
an arm.
go of me.
Eli, do you want to be able to hit the post some more?
Yeah.
All right, here you go. This will help you. Here's some haste to hit it faster. And
Can you not?
I'm gonna
What the fuck?
cast catnap on him.
Hell yeah. Hey, wait, those aren't the incantations.
Is Eli a willing creature?
Oh, no, I'm not a willing creature.
That's why I was
Oh.
trying to convince you it was haste.
Oh, then roll me a persuasion.
Yeah,
check.
I'd say persuasion.
sounds like
versus-
deception.
Deception versus
Or
insight. in
deception,
fact,
yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm not winning that.
Well, I rolled an 11, so you got a chance. Oh,
I'm not winning that.
fuck you!
Eli, you're pretty sure you know what haste looks like.
I've
Milo's
seen
like,
that
I'm
before.
casting haste on you. Shouts.
He
Catnap.
he didn't do the little motion of two fingers looking like running legs.
Exactly. That's part of it. Winds of Change Party. You
Sorry.
guys have seen and experienced quite a lot of magic that would alter someone's mind. And you've managed to reverse that a few times with various spells and stuff at your disposal.
If we cast protection from good and evil on Eli, maybe it would help.
Oh my god, do it.
Like I said, I am not evil. You
I'm
guys
gonna-
are going crazy.
No,
He's
we're going to
resisting arrest.
protect you
Get him.
from evil.
Well, I
I
don't
cast
want that
protection
either.
from good and evil.
I don't want that
Will you
either.
hold
It's a
Eli
good
down,
fight.
please?
I
All
don't
right,
think
well-
this one requires a willing target.
It does.
It does?
You know
Oh,
what?
it does.
You know what, Eli? You're gonna have a timeout and cast Odaluke's Resilient Spear.
What's that?
You're in a bubble.
You don't get out of it.
You're in a force
You have to
bubble
get that
that
save.
you can't get out of and nothing else can get into.
Am I?
Oh no!
Hey, Carrick. Come with me. Come back. Hang back for a sec. Do you come?
Oh,
Yeah.
wink.
Did you come?
Are you guys all back
Hey,
on
yo.
deck? Because I can
You come?
do this.
I assume we're all on the same deck at this point.
There we go.
Okay, because Carrick has the protection spell, right?
I do.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern. and wherever Eli is, I do not care if it hits other people because it's a 30-foot cube.
Yeah, it's gonna hit
Oh,
most of
jeez.
the deck.
What's the save on that one?
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do it careful. So it's a DC 20
There we go.
wisdom. It's gonna be careful, so it only hits Eli.
I'm not good at the wisdom saves. I'm good at the dex saves. I'm not good at the wisdom saves.
Ooh, DC 20.
So tempted to flash it.
Hard.
I'm not gonna do it. Nope.
Sun's getting real low, little guy. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, Carrick, do your time.
I guess I can try protection from evil and good.
I don't think it's worth it.
Eli, your alignment returns to normal. Finally, after all these weeks.
Finally. I feel a sense of relief off my chest, but also a little bit of sadness.
Mm.
Do you feel any different, Eli?
Your alignment returns to normal. Nothing changes.
What? I deleted the chaotic and not the evil.
Oh no!
Eli becomes
Now Darth
lawful evil.
Eli's now true evil.
Eli's just gonna start like blubbering up and like tears filling his eyes. He's like, "I'm sorry. I thought about killing all of y'all."
Oh,
Wait, what?
come here.
Don't worry, we all do.
We got
I
you.
give him a hug.
Oh yeah, big hug. Hug from both sides.
Eli's an emotional creature. That's where the chaotic petty came from.
Happens to everyone.
It's not your fault. Maybe. I'm actually not sure, but you're better now.
I don't think it was my fault. I started feeling weird as soon as we got in the hell. I don't like hell. That was scary.
Well,
I didn't even
you
get to
have
hang out
go
with
back.
Juno that whole time. She had to stay in the bubble to stay safe.
Orb.
Well, it's all better now. We forgive you, but now I look around. Any other you fuckers evil?
Not
I was
I
for a
don't think
while.
so.
I'm
I
not
mean, I'm purple.
anymore.
Does that count?
Is
I
Clemens,
broke out of it
That's stylish.
yesterday.
is Clemens's
Pretty
B
fr-
evil?
That's a very
Fine,
good
it-
question.
It
I
looks
don't
evil.
know.
Oh my god.
Eldritch Abomination.
Cursed. Cursed energy.
I feel like all bees are lawful evil.
What? No, you're thinking of
No.
wasps.
No wasps, yeah.
Oh, I'm
Wasps
sorry,
are awful
wasps.
evil.
Wasps
Bees
are
are lawful
definitely
good.
chaotic.
I think they're lawful
Bumblebees are
evil.
chaotic good.
We did find some hell wasps.
Oh god, yeah.
We
that's
did
true.
find those.
Russ turned one of them into a hell wasp statue.
I
That
did.
one was pretty funny.
Hell wasp nests are nasty, it turns out. As you
Yeah,
might
they are.
imagine.
They also ate Catalina about, I don't know, a dozen times.
That part was Pog.
Ooh.
Wait. Did that get said aloud, or is this out of character?
I said that aloud if we're talking about hell wasps.
What was that, my loves?
Catalina died to hell wasps about 12 times.
Oh,
We
jeez.
weren't resurrecting her, to be clear. She just kept getting back up.
Catalina is dead.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah, twice
died
over. Well,
like twice, 3 times, many
Mm,
times.
Like
2
14
significant times over.
But now she's perma dead.
I guess 3.
Was Catalina the person who was on the other ship that we fought quite a while ago?
No, she was the
Uh,
person that was after Faye because she was racist.
Yeah.
Oh, did I know
yeah.
that?
Faye wasn't racist. The Catalina was racist.
You might have run into Catalina.
All you guys gotta do to I mean, yeah, Clemens, you've never met Catalina, but she was you might have heard of her actually because she was a very high-ranking Silver Flame official, and Clemens had that whole vendetta.
Oh,
So-
yep. That would make sense.
Hayes just kind of look down at the floor and then just strike out her hands to the right and immediately just out the ship window cast a 5th level fireball that is just going to explode in the air outside the ship.
Why'd you do that?
What was that
Bottling
for?
up emotions, are
You
we?
fucking killed her?
Well,
Mm,
the wasps
weren't,
did.
weren't we trying to before? What's the...
You did too.
I think the issue is you killed her without Faye.
Well,
Oh,
that part wasn't actually like our fault because she took some oath blessing thing. So like either we killed the Rakshasa and she died just being, or we didn't kill the Rakshasa and the entire world died and she was alive and you could get your revenge. So like there was a balance there. So we chose the lesser of two evils.
Also, from what it sounds like, you wouldn't have been able to get your revenge because she wouldn't have been able to die.
Yeah, no, she didn't really die per se. She just got like really weird. She was very weird. She wasn't the same as when she was fighting you, Faye.
True. She. You know what a cooperative is.
Yeah, she summoned one once, right?
Well,
Right.
she became
She let it inside her after that. Because the
Literally.
relationship developed.
Ayo.
And it essentially gave her its powers, but also it was going to destroy her once she'd completed her mission.
Okay. You know what? Okay, honestly, all of you. Truly, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay? You can give me all the reasons you want. You know what? Part of this, yes, did I want to save the world, do all this hero shit? Yeah, I do. I want people to be able to live. But is a large, really partially overwhelming part of me just want to drain the life from her cold fucking. Ugh.
We might be able to
I
find
mean,
a solution
if
for
you
you.
are that upset, we could just go find Berkana and have her wish her back into existence again.
I was going to say, with a wish spell, which Bacana figured out while we were with her. You don't know Bacana.
Berkana's a friend of ours.
Right.
That's an awful lot like in the Karth, actually.
She does, oddly. Anyway, we could just resurrect her and you could kill her. Do you know how to
Yeah.
cast wish?
You can do it over and over again if you want.
Or
It's not a fucking video game, and I'm gonna go and slam the door.
What's a video game?
I feel like I said something wrong. Did I say something wrong?
I don't think so.
Isn't that a kind of game that Warforged play with each other?
Maybe. I haven't heard them called that.
I thought that was Transformers.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
I thought it was Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
That's better. That's better. I like
That's
that
what
one
we
better.
a lot of robot microaggressions happening in this chat.
Really are.
Just like the micro machines
a
themselves.
little bit racist, if you know what I mean.
Eli.
Yeah?
Do you have the spell Modify Memory at your disposal?
Oh, well,
We do a little
see.
bit of gaslighting.
I have Psychic Scream. I have Synaptic Static. I have Phantasmal Killer. No, I do not have Modify Memory.
I was going to suggest that maybe we could give Faye the memory of maybe doing it herself. If
I think this is less about the morals of manipulating our good friend Faye's mind and more about letting her blow off some steam.
Oh, it's so good to have normal you back.
I don't know. Well, no, I do know what you're talking. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay, Eli. It happened to all of us.
It did.
Well, not
It
all
even
of
happened
us.
to Catalina,
No, it
except
didn't.
that she died instead.
Milos was the exact same person Milos always has been.
Milo slept
That-
in the orb every time.
Also,
True. Oh my
that
god, I
would
Did I?
didn't think
speak
of that.
more to Milos than everyone else. Anyway, it did happen to everyone.
I'm just glad to be back, guys.
It's good. It's good to have you back. I pat Eli's head after bending down about halfway.
Really, it's just good to not be in hell.
It
That
is-
too.
Well, I'm sure glad to have you back with us as well.
Yeah,
You're lucky you didn't have to go to hell.
sounds like they went through their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it didn't sound as
was-
bad as yours.
I
Okay.
mean, they had their own thing to worry about. We just had, the river of Styx and a blood pool that made you ugly.
Was it the sticks? I forgot. I forgot.
Well, no, the river of Styx didn't make me ugly. I'm sure it would have killed me if I went in that.
Right. I just forgot that was the river sticks.
Yeah.
To be fair, our trip was rather maddening as well.
But
Mm.
All right, we're gonna snap to Faye, as Anka followed her into the room that Faye slammed the door.
Is she just like, I'm just gonna take a beat and look at her? Is she just staring at me?
She's trying to gauge like your emotional state right now. Yeah, it looks like she's looking you over with care, like, if that makes sense. Like she's there for you, but doesn't really know what to do.
Just
Those are
I'm just gonna walk.
those
No,
are-
let me just walk up
sorry?
to her. I just want to walk up to her and just throw my arms around her shoulders and just say, "Fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I said all that."
She gives you a big hug. So those are your friends, huh?
Yeah. They are. I can't blame them. I don't know if you've felt that way about anyone before, but all the goodness in me kind of fades when I think about her. She did take everything from me, and as much as I'm okay with who I've become, it was not a great road to get here, and I did want to erase her for that. And there's a deep, just pathetic part of me that just needed it to be me. I needed that vindication, but now she's gone. I guess I've got to mean what I'm saying and actually just make sure I'm doing this for the right reasons. But God. Just
I
wanted to say
think I understand in part. Never felt quite that way before, but well, it's almost silly of me. Once upon a time, you can clearly take care of yourself, and you've got lots of friends to back you up too. But it had to be me who would protect you, me who would be at your side. That's why I spent most of my adult life searching. Finally stumbled upon you. And by the time I got to you, well, I've done what I can, but it's not like I'm exactly needed around here. But still, I'm always here for you, and I know you'll always be here for me. And I think your friends want to be there for you too. I think the situation's not ideal, obviously, but it's all turning out for good in the end, even if not perfect.
well, I'm just gonna kind of step back and just keep one hand on her shoulder and just kind of just touch her face for a second and say, I need you. And I don't want you to think that you're not needed around here. Because you're a good one, Anka. I'm very, very happy that you found your way here. So
And as you say that, for the first time since she was that small child that you saw in the village you were watching over, the first time since you've seen Anka as an adult, you see her start to cry.
Come here. We'll bring her in. We'll just pat her on the back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for giving this village orphan a meaning in life.
Always make that choice again.
All right, as we leave those two commiserating, we'll snap back to the rest of the party.
That's a really touching moment. I know I'm not in there, but like, oh my god. That's cute. What the fuck are we
Aw.
gonna follow up with?
Whatever you want to follow it up
This
with.
is the part where we go into the montage of us prepping for a demon fight.
That's a possibility. You guys do have a ways to go. You've picked out a potential plan here. Head to the demon ways, see what you can figure out there.
Oh,
Oh, great.
I'd love to figure out where that thing is.
I would also love to figure out where that thing is. Also, anyone want to help me with a project, a last minute project if we can?
Yeah,
What sort of project are we talking about?
I love projects.
I was thinking, think about
We
it. Think
killed
about it. He
Juno.
pulls out his
Oh, wait.
dulcimer. And he's like, this, but, you get electric sparks everywhere, and it booms out music like you're doing a sonic blast. I'll call it.
Yeah, it's sparks everywhere.
Ah, yeah,
An electric dulcimer.
an electric
Yeah.
dulcimer. Yeah.
You already see Carrick like thinking in his head, like doing calculations. Like, yeah, I definitely think we can do that.
I mean, you're kind of in the right place for that.
This is why I wanted to ask that. I was not in the right space of mind to ask of that earlier. While we were, and also in the demon waste, there's not many materials.
Yeah, I'd be happy to help with that.
Jumping for joy, jumping for joy, jumping for joy.
Couldn't be me going back in the chat looking for that recipe I posted a while ago.
Mhm.
That was a while ago. I don't know.
Discord search is handy.
Oh,
In case anyone wants some more inspiration. I made that to be rare, but if you wanted to make something bigger out of it, we could upgrade it.
Let me see. Do I have a
Yeah,
very rare?
You gotta make this thing legendary.
The legendary electric dulcimer.
Yeah, it's a Johnny Silverhand thing. You wouldn't get it.
Oh my god.
You guys aren't ready for this, but your kids will love it. The first electric guitar in
Exactly.
the world's not ready for an electric bard.
I don't see the recipe for it. I do see
That's
like
all
Oh,
bad
that's
damage.
fair. I mean, if we wanted to upgrade it to legendary, if you guys have a legendary essence, we haven't quite decided what to do with yet, right? So we could make this out of that, or if you guys have other essences lying around, we could make the rare version. And I could make up a recipe for it, but just some ideas thrown around out there.
yeah, I got a couple very rare arcane essences too.
So those could
A
cover.
couple?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we established earlier that a very rare could cover multiple rares. So even if the recipe could required a couple rares, a single very rare would cover it. So if you do want to pursue that, I can throw together a recipe for it. There's probably going to be some downtime on your travels, anyways.
yeah.
All right.
But more on this Ractal Cache. So you mentioned that we're not supposed to fight it?
Well,
I think fighting it could be a bad idea.
it is the devil god of war, and we summoned it by fighting. We didn't summon it, but we catalyzed it.
If we weaken it sufficiently, I could banish it back to where it came from, but if you said it was headbutting its way out of hell, perhaps that won't do anything.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
this is a silver flame level kind of banishment.
I will also.
Well, we destroyed their tower. What if we bombed this one? He's probably the size of a tower, right?
Which kind of tower?
Oh,
The,
thank
the,
you.
the one that we blew up?
Oh, he's a
Which
bit.
tower?
Which tower?
Yeah,
He's a
Okay.
bit big for that.
Did
bigger,
we
smaller.
blow up multiple towers? I forget. The explosions potentially give me brain damage.
You're talking about the quarry tower?
I was talking about the silver flame tower.
Oh,
There's been so many towers.
No, I'm sorry.
Um,
Wait, this
We're
is
at
the
3
guitar I
towers.
want.
As far as banishments go as well, anyone with a decent training in Arcana, I won't even make you roll for it, just if you're proficient in Arcana at this point, you would know that in Eberron, there isn't necessarily a plane of hell or a plane of the heavens. They're just sort of vertically stacked. So the heavens, the earth, and hell are sort of just all part of the material plane in verticality. So something that comes from hell, you could banish it to a pocket dimension. You might not necessarily permanently send it back to hell, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
anyway, we'll have to find a way to destroy it, but probably not using violence as our first step. Or even necessarily doing war as our first step.
Could we open a manifest zone that's like the opposite of war? Would that
Do you
weaken
mean
it?
peace?
Is there a manifest zone of peace?
Yes, there
Yes.
is. I just rolled it in the chat.
Oh, that's a good
Is there
idea.
Actually,
If we end war, we do sort of end Rockville Cash.
that's actually a very good
I love all
idea.
these things in chat.
Thank you. I kind of like the dragon one, but with the shape of the first one.
That could
All
be
the
Yeah, that whoops ass.
all the inlaying stuff on that dragon one is
we should
fantastic.
art it up so it has the 3 fucking dragons or whatever, the beings. So that way I can go back to that frost giant and be like, look at my cool dragon. You ain't got shit.
You're not chaotic petty anymore.
I'm still chaotic petty. I'm just the good kind. Sorry, continue with the planning. Don't mean to interrupt.
Yes, as far as the manifest zones go, should be noted that they're fairly limited in size and scope unless you upgrade the tier of the casting or of the manifesting, which could require some sort of great power source to do so. As might need to find some sort of magical battery or something to sacrifice in the manifesting or something like that if you want to get one of the huge.
Like Juno?
No. You want to
Or
see
their
Eli go
essence,
evil?
perhaps?
That's how Eli goes evil.
We've already seen Eli go evil.
Yeah.
How many essences do we have that we could potentially sacrifice?
Let's see. I have 2 very rare arcane essences in my bag, and then the legendary arcane essence.
Hey, Leroy.
Yeah.
You got Nala's sword, right?
I think so.
We could potentially recycle that for some essence.
I may have forgotten to write down that I have his sword.
I think you were carrying it.
Somebody
Or was it
took it.
Milos? Was it Milos who's carrying it?
Did it get scattered
Milos
into the
could-
plane?
I
Milos
remember
barely
someone
picked the
giving
thing
it to me.
To identify, probably?
I know Milos identified. I might have been carrying it, actually.
We have at the very least 1 rare divine essence and 2 uncommon divine essences in the storage. Like, you would think that would be something that would be useful for surging peace to neutralize a war demon.
As far as the sword goes, though, that's a good thought as well. But as far as the sword goes, though, the one thing I want to make sure of is that it wasn't in the bag of holding. Because if it got thrown in the bag of holding for storage,
I'm pretty sure that I couldn't get it out of Nala's hand. Then Drost
and I picked
did,
it up.
Yeah.
and then Koneko identified it, and I didn't get it back.
Yes, I
Yeah, I kind
do
of remember
remember
Dross hands.
imagining putting it on my back.
Okay, so you
It's like a
got the
backup.
sword. Cool.
Totally forgot about that. I'm gonna write
me
that
too.
down.
Probably a good idea.
Sorry, really bad at writing things down.
How could you?
Alright. Evil as fuck sword.
Correct.
That I am not attuned to.
Quick out of character note. Are we planning? Are we considering giving up any of the essences that we're going to go towards our big project? Not to say we couldn't discuss that. I was just certainly invested in that thing.
Oh, I don't want to take away from you guys' projects. I was just thinking I could have something cool too, but it's fine.
No, I get that. Yeah, I just want to see how things are being distributed.
I could also participate in like some gathering of materials and such if we need it. I mean, I'm probably not the best at it, but I can try to help.
As far as essences being sacrificed as a power source, I would say for tier 3 that would require legendary, tier 2 very rare, and then rare for first tier.
And would it be like a permanent boost or would it be like a temporary
It would be a boost for that manifesting. But that also boosts, that boosts for most of them the range and duration. For example, tier 4 piece would be a 10-mile radius for 24 hours.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Which then you could not invoke that manifest zone for 4 weeks after doing it in such a powerful way.
So do we want to just use what we have, or are we going to go on a quest to try to find some legendary artifact that we can sacrifice? We're imagining that the demon's probably already wreaking havoc by the time we get to him.
Or about to wreak havoc. It's one or the other.
So we may not have time for a quest.
I could actually do a little bit of finding out
The
right
demon,
now if you
That would
want.
be useful.
That would be useful. The demon has been awoken for about 11-12 hours at this point.
Oh, so time wasn't fucky wucky. Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, if somebody can just stand by to make sure that I don't burst into flames or something.
Mums is standing by with the room.
And bye.
I'm going to scry on Raptokesh then.
Okay,
That's
go
all right
ahead
with
and
everyone?
drop Scry in the chat then, please, so I can have a look at the spell. Thank you.
We'll sit down for
Have
this.
fun looking at Rectum Catch.
Goatsy.
Did you end up getting
No.
that focus that was required? I think we did, right? In
Yes.
I
Yes, we
reckon.
spent 1,000 gold on it. I don't know if I wrote it down, but I remember.
yeah,
we
I
went
remember that
shopping.
too. You guys went shopping,
Yeah.
yeah. So you got that focus, okay. So
Yeah.
just making sure. Please write that down so we don't forget it in the future.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
I do remember you buying it. So yeah.
Let's see. I'll put that as a tool.
Target must make a wisdom saving throw. Cool. Familiar. I'd say firsthand, you've met the target. I wouldn't say you know the target well. So it's got a neutral
Yeah.
modifier. Physical connection you have to it. So you don't have like a picture to look at or anything. So it's still a neutral modifier on this casting.
What if I used the connection would be the trauma we have of it exploding at us?
I'd say that's a pretty clear mental image.
Does Leroy actually have trauma? Leroy doesn't seem to be like somebody who actually experiences trauma.
This is true.
Leroy has flashbacks sometimes. They just normally come as part of a spell going wrong.
Leroy
could, like-
repeatedly yeets his mind into the void, hoping that he'll get arcane answers from an unknown entity.
Yep.
You could like draw. a
Eli's
picture
trauma
of
all
Earth,
stems from
right?
dinosaurs.
What's that, Sky?
You could like draw a picture or something.
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna call this a neutral modifier.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's gonna go ahead and make a wisdom save. It definitely passed.
Well,
Really? My wisdom saves 42. I mean, the DC.
Yeah, it passed. It passed. Definitely passed the DC 18 wisdom.
Oh, dang, it says DC 18 wisdom right there. That's probably a glitch, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when you level up to 17, you get like what, plus 30 to your warlock save, right? That's how it works.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Warlocks were really bad, so they patched it with new capstone at level 17.
To be fair, that does sound like Wizards of the Coast.
New warlock capstone, you have reverse legendary resistance, where you just force something to fail against your spell.
It can use legendary resistance, but it won't help.
They thought they were patching Wizard, but it was Warlock.
Exactly.
Shame. So yeah, that fails, unfortunately, when you try to target Raktalkesh himself.
All right, well, it didn't work that time. I could try to look at the chamber we were in when he appeared.
Oh, that shit is definitely fucked.
You might just see
Right.
rubble.
Yeah,
Right, but I might get a view of the hole heading up to where he is.
unlikely.
All
No,
right.
But no, he got a point. He got a point, Dross.
No.
No, he don't.
Dross, you're so negative. You know that?
Does anybody have an idea of how I could gather some information with this?
Why don't you ask your god thing that you used to do
Just to be
way
more
back when?
yes or no type questions.
When you can say, is Raktalkesh in X, in Y, in Z, up your ass? No, I'm kidding.
So-
I'm kidding.
Could you
Eli-
ask if we have enough time to find a stronger essence?
Good point. How long is that? A week?
We have a week to. It takes a week to get there.
You can
Okay.
ask, will it be wrecking havoc in a week?
Okay, so will Rock Tolkesh be wreaking too much havoc before
I feel like too much is too subjective.
It is pretty
Yeah.
subjective. Although Leon tends to agree with me.
Okay, how much destruction is Leroy okay with compared to the rest of us?
I mean, I think
Well, I mean-
That's a loaded.
The first small land
it's a lot.
wasn't like the worst thing that ever happened.
Yes.
All right.
Excuse me.
Well, look, Rock Tolkesh has escaped. That's the worst thing that's ever happened.
It's pretty fair, actually.
So one concern that I have about pumping a legendary essence into this thing, and he holds up the tablet. If I do it, then we can't use this peace manifest for another. What was it? 7 weeks or something like that.
If you go with the largest possible, most powerful version of the Peace Manifest Zone, it would be 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Yeah, still. Yeah, I won't be able to use the peace zone for another month. So if we fuck this up, or if he leaves the zone, or teleports away, or something, I won't be able to do it again for a long time.
And that probably means we'd all just die a horrible death by the time you're able to do it again.
Well,
Are
there's
you
a chance-
suggesting? Are you suggesting we cast it at a? What would be casting it low enough that we think we could use it again and it would be useful.
Hey, quick question. Does anyone have a legend lore?
I might.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I have a lot of spells that don't come in handy very useful or very often.
Because how to slay the god of war would be a good thing to ask legend lore.
That's
Good
true.
point.
It's the interplanar Wikipedia.
Basically, yeah.
I could probably figure out how to cast that spell by tomorrow.
Hmm.
Right? Long rest, versatility. Am I crazy? Am I?
I thought is that Natasha's or was that a? Because I think we were running that a while ago when it was UA, but we archived it because it also got archived.
I don't remember. I haven't done it for a while.
Yeah, it's fair.
My vote is that whatever the fact pattern is, it's
Lines up
It
with what's
works.
most convenient. Yeah.
yes, that is. Yep.
Warlock optional class features. I don't see it there. Sorry.
All right.
Making that ruling is kind of like taking something from me.
I feel personally attacked by this.
Yeah. It's pretty unfair of you to follow the rules like that.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Smites Leroy.
Backup plan. Someone call the traveler and ask if he knows where we could find that answer.
Hey, Carrick,
Do that.
Yeah.
you think we could get something useful from this? And I'll go ahead and pull Nala's sword off my back.
He'll grab it from you if you hand it to him. Do you know what it does?
No, not at all, actually.
Identified it. What do you mean you don't know?
I don't remember what it does. I thought
That's pretty drost of him, honestly.
we just got vibes from it. I don't think we actually knew what it did.
No, it's a sentient magical object.
It is. Yeah, you learned that it is sentient, and many of its magical properties are operated by the mind within, and it is a +3 sword.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I
wow.
guess that's some info. It thinks, and it's evil as fuck.
Oh.
And very powerful.
As soon as you touch the sword, Carrick, you can almost feel somebody watching you.
This is definitely
I feel like somebody's watching me. Like an policy.
I just think it'd be really funny to use that sword as like fuel for a manifesto on the piece, you know?
Yeah, it's like one of the most evil and powerful weapons of war that there is.
Just a gigantic middle finger to everybody involved.
What do you think? Do you think my son would have
Oh
a
gosh,
sufficient
don't bring up
magical
your
essence
son
inside of
again.
it?
Wait, what? Oh, wait. Do you guys still have that big head?
No, we
We-
left it in the castle.
With us.
We pulled the core out of it, I thought.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a pretty powerful weapon of war.
All right. So it seems like we definitely don't need to go on a material collecting trip. I think we can make do with what we have.
Material girl.
Material girl.
Forgive me. All the spells that were casted on me is making me a little loopy.
So I guess what we need to do now is figure out what the fuck we're gonna do.
That's all we gotta do.
I mean, we might as well head there, right? Like, do you guys have more to do here?
I mean, we did have this tournament thing, but fuck that, I guess.
It's not.
We could
nearly
win a
as
tournament.
important.
Tournament?
Yeah, we were gonna actually fight each other.
It's a publicity stunt. We've been doing a lot of those.
That's
That's fun.
probably good. We've had pretty bad PR in the past.
I believe you.
But it really, really gently.
We're wanted in 7 countries, and there are only 7 left.
Actually,
It was
though.
more land just because we had to hide the witnesses somehow.
Goodness.
So yeah, anybody using more spells for gathering info? You guys gonna contact anybody for more info? You guys gonna start?
Clemens has
zooming?
nothing she can contribute to this.
All I can
Yep.
do is work on Eli's project.
Well,
I don't think I have much more that I can do, except maybe scry more and just hope.
I can help work on Eli's project as well, but that brings up another point. Do we need to spend time working on different projects and trying getting ourselves stronger before we do this, or are we just going to try and go now?
Well, we have a week until we get to the Demon Wastes, unless someone wants to teleport.
I can definitely try every day.
I can teleport us there in 2 days if we're willing to take a brief detour through the plane of ice, or any
No.
other
Thank
plane
you.
you can align us to.
No, thank you.
Oh, wait.
We've seen so many other planes. We don't want to go through the plane of ice for a bit. I've got
Nope.
You can
Nope.
borrow my coat.
No,
Question.
It's a very fluffy coat.
you don't want to go there.
If you say you can open manifest zones,
I
Right.
can. Yeah, smaller manifest zones, but these tablets seem to have that ability.
well, if I have these tuning forks like these or this one that I haven't tuned anything to, I can connect with those planes and go there via plane shift.
Expect that to bubble again.
We could, go to a more pleasant plane and then come back to the prime material Eberron and be in the right place if you would prefer. 2-day journey.
We could definitely do that. That's an option. The one option.
real quick 2-day journey.
What was that?
No.
But yeah, the one option I have is that if I can try and replicate the same thing I did when we escaped the plane of madness, then should be able to cast a gate spell using these tablets.
Like the summoning spell gate?
It won't let me summon a creature, but it will let us summon the gate spell, the rest of the properties.
Well, that could be useful.
Indeed. So that is definitely an option that I can try once a day. It's not a super high chance of success. Actually, it probably is a decently chance of success with my roll. Yeah, it's like a 50-50 shot.
Well, it seems like we have multiple transportation options then.
Another note in that too is it has to target one of the planes you can manifest.
Oh, so I can't just teleport to
Right.
the demon wing.
If you were on another plane, you could probably go back. It would be like the plane shift thing, like the double, like plane shift there, plane shift back kind of deal. Again, but yeah, once you're on the material plane, you can like kind of bridge out to one of the other planes from here.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I basically can do what you do, but less reliably. So
Fair enough. My way is expensive.
oh, it is. You have to spend money.
Well, these not every time, but these tuning forks are actually kind of an artisan tool. They're really expensive, like 250 gold pieces a piece, which isn't the worst, but adds up. It's what, 5-6 planes that exist?
Well, we've been saving a lot of money.
Oh, that's crazy because we spent all our money.
There are of the planes that can become manifest zones. There are a dozen, and then there's the material plane and the plane of dreams. So 14.
All right, so I only need 15 total.
14 total.
Or 14. Right, like Kieran just said. I'm not good at listening.
Are we able to get like unattuned tuning forks and then attune them to the planes? Maybe we could even use these tablets to attune them.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I have one unattuned tuning fork. That's the one I held up earlier. And I can make them myself, but it does take some work. Preferably just buy some.
Carrick will pull out the tablet with the zone of peace on it. And I would say the plane of peace is probably a safe bet.
That does seem like pretty safe then. DM,
Yeah.
can I reattune forks that I already have attuned somewhere?
I would allow it. Yeah, you can discard the previous attunement. I mean,
Okay.
you'd lose that attunement, of course, but
Right. Ooh,
you'd have to find a manifest zone and reattune.
magic item idea.
Uh-oh.
It's just one tuning fork that can change attunements. It's not actually that exciting, but it's a pretty cool one.
It's your attunement dex.
Yes,
Your
if I was a Pokemonist.
yeah, tuning dex instead of the tuning fork.
Wouldn't it be a plane dex?
No.
Planedex?
It's still a bunch of tuning forks.
Yeah, essentially it's just a bunch of tuning forks. But cooler.
Yeah, because every weird
Tuning
D&D
sport.
lore, every plane has a color and a frequency associated with it, and that's how some spells connect to different planes.
Is that real?
Real and true.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
Sounds
the
pretty
plane
both
is
real and true.
Full of portals to different other planes. The actual sea is full of portals to other planes of those colors. So if you know how to identify them, you can use that.
Is that why some spells have verbal components? Because you got to screech to invoke a
Yeah.
whole bunch of different planes in very specific quantity.
That's correct. Yeah.
Almost every planar spell just sounds like throat singing.
Sing the rainbow.
That'd be really funny.
So have we decided what projects we're actually doing?
And I'd like to upgrade my cat a little bit.
I can get a magic guitar. I am taking that opportunity, but
Also,
I
where's
also
my
want-
guitars?
My hammer needs no more work except the blood of my enemies.
Okay, because we were thinking a robe of the Archmagi for Faye from our legendary essence, but I don't know if that was actually
That's a
plausible.
strong move. If you can make two on the way.
We did discuss that, but I did also mention if that is your plan, your legendary essence is currently very evilly aligned.
right.
So you would need to go on a quest to.
Right, because all of Faye's
crafted,
persuasion checks sucked.
Well, if we do the thing with the Malier thing, then it lowers the difficulty as well.
Right. I think Jordan put that whole
yes.
thing together. That was really cool.
Sorry. The thing
Wait,
that's
what was
not
that
the robe of the
again?
Archmagi, but like the sanguine. Yeah. The I'll have to go back and find the recipe. Yeah, you found a different recipe that didn't require changing its alignment. Yeah, because it was blood.
Can we find a way to just empower our fancy essence and turn him into a peace kaiju to fight the giant war demon? We could.
That'd be hilarious.
I feel like
we
the
convince him
war
to take.
demon would win, but
Oh,
there's a fight.
if we give him a cool soundtrack and the demon doesn't have one,
You're right.
Then-
Actually, yeah, no, I'm on board.
Plus he's
throw
the
on a
underdog.
Pacific Rim soundtrack.
True.
We convince him that he has to accept the peace attunement because that is what will give him ultimate power over the war demon.
It's the fight is just clashing soundtracks between Doom music and like comfy lo-fi beats.
Yeah.
Back
The
and forth.
study/sleep too.
Exactly.
The purge / slay too.
Yes.
Did you say country lo-fi beats?
Comfy.
Oh,
Comfy.
Country lo-fi beats. No. That
Country
is-
lo-fi beats.
I really
It's a
don't want-
banjo with all the high and low end taken out.
Let
And
the
the-
bodies hit the
I
floor.
think that is the overlord of like arcane secrets and eldritch knowledge and like torture methods. It would
All
create that,
according
yeah.
to plan.
I gotta say, lo-fi banjo has a real energy to it that I can't quite point out.
I'm fucking dead.
Did you just go look it up?
So let's before we end tonight's session, let's figure out what you guys are doing next, because there's still a bunch of options on the table. Are you guys just gonna drive straight there and that's your information gathering method? It's just you're gonna show up in the demon wastes and start searching, or are you gonna try and find some other information before then? Or are you going on a detour for loot?
Maybe we should go to a library.
Is there a
Do we
Good
know
idea.
where a
Oh,
library
ooh,
is?
we can
Is
just
anybody
visit a
smart enough to
portion of
read the Draconic Prophecies?
We're just
To be fair,
carrying
if
one
we go to
around.
Demon Waste, there's a good chance Berkana might know roughly what's up.
Also, should we call a sale?
Oh yeah,
Like
shit.
option?
I don't know what a yard sale's gonna do for us, to be
Oh, no,
completely
it's an
honest.
anime.
It's a line.
Yeah, my
We
super wanna call
literally-
it sale.
Yeah, we should talk to him. We should definitely talk to Aseo.
We
And
have
he's
a
on the way.
dragon on speed dial.
Well, we can stop by. I mean, he's above the Mournlands formerly known as Onda.
Sounds right.
Is that on the way?
Yeah, that's on the way. Look, we're in the southwest, east, southeast.
Sure, fuck it.
Aw, fuck it. Give me that damn bucket.
What?
All right, so
You wouldn't understand.
Oh.
Bard talk.
Like Peeves can. It's good to be back. What's up, Jordan?
if that is what you guys want to do, is drop off in Passage for a little bit on your way, which is pretty much right in line. Like it actually lines up perfectly. With the demon wastes. Then between this session and next, let's kind of everybody get some ideas for like 4 days of downtime, essentially, what you want to do on that. And we can discuss outside of the session the logistics of that, who's going to be making what, who's going to be using what loot, and that kind of thing. That way we can just have that hopefully go pretty smoothly at the start of next session. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
All right,
Yay.
we got a plan. Thank you guys.
Rainbow, please.
Thank you guys for joining this week and for playing. It's fun to have the whole group back together. Definitely some big chaotic energy in this group. And
Yeah.
so we'll just keep playing on Mondays since that seems to work for everybody, unless there's any issues along the way. But
How about Mondays and
winds
Fridays?
change.
Oh,
Has
no.
to-
Throwing that out there.
back to Mondays. So I'll see you all next week. Thanks again for playing.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks, everybody.
very much.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for running.